Good evening, parents. Thank you for those who are already here. We'll just give it about 2 more minutes for the other parents to join, and then we will start. Please. Okay. Good evening, parents, and welcome to you all. Thank you for joining us tonight for our Zoom parents meeting. I don't usually like talking in front of people, and even less so when it's on video. So I'll try my best. And yeah, thank you to everyone who's registered their presence in the chat box. For any new parents who didn't see the notice before now, please just type in the chat box your name and whose mommy or daddy you are, please, just for the sake of attendance. And then, yeah, thank you for being here. I know it's not the best time of night. Your little ones need your attention. They want to bath, they want to eat, they want to go to bed. I don't know what they want to do, but they need you. So I'm going to keep this very short. I'm not going to keep it long at all. I'm going to start off with the information evening package that you got in their files yesterday. You also got a little booklet about the discipline code of the school. Please read through that carefully so that you know what is happening. And then, yeah, read through this package carefully as well. And then just keep an eye on their homework sheets, keep an eye on D6 Plus, um, keep an eye on Facebook. Sometimes we advertise the fun things on there. And yeah, let's hope that works. Right, I'm going to start off with saying, or with talking about the academics and the homework files and so forth. Your little ones have been through a pandemic. They were at home for a long time, so they lost out on a lot of work. I have to say we finished our baseline assessments today and it looks quite good. For those of you who have been worrying that they haven't been doing so well, it looks like they are all up to standard. I will start marking it tomorrow, and then if there are any problems, then I will call you in for a parent meeting and have a chat about that. But if you don't hear anything, then it's all good news, don't worry. Right. Our class rep for this year will be Taryn de Prier. It's Max mommy. She has graciously accepted to be our class rep. In the past, these class reps did all the fundraising and those things, but due to the pandemic, I don't know how many we will have this year. We might have a few, but I don't think it's going to be a lot. I ask that you please give her your support, give her your cooperation. She is a full-time working mommy, so she is doing this on the side, and I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. Thank you very much, Taryn. The class WhatsApp group that I'm going to change it so that she is now the admin, and she will handle all of it. Please don't drive her crazy. Before you ask a question, go check the homework sheet, check the letters that you got. Just make sure that the information hasn't already been given through to you. But she is more than willing to help anyways. She is not the go-to person or the messenger between me and you, please. You've got my email address. If you've got any problems or if you need any advice or you've got questions, please send me an email. I will reply to it as soon as possible, within 24 hours, no more than 24 hours. Then the homework files. We're starting off with homework. We started yesterday. So I hope it went well. I hope they enjoyed it. A lot of them asked me for it in the first week, so I'm glad we could start. The blue homework file must be in the bag every day, so that if there are any more letters or things that need to come home, we can just pop it in there and they can bring it home. If there are any letters in there that you can take out, please do so. You don't have to leave the letters in the file. You can just send the reply slips back and take the rest out. Otherwise, when we get to term 3, it's a hell of a mess and they struggle to organize themselves. Right, so the blue file is in the bags every day. Please check it for letters every day. We try to keep our letters to a Tuesday and a Monday, but unfortunately things happen and it's not always possible. So please check daily. And then also the kangaroo file, it's a flip file with the orange cover, that must also be in the bag daily. We use it in class and you're going to use it for homework as well. Right, next up, assessments. Right, we do 4 assessments a term. We do a home language assessment, we do a maths assessment, we do a Afrikaans assessment, which is very basic and basically just talking the first term and the second term. And we do a life skills assessment. Now, you will get all the assessment content you will get on Friday. Please keep it safe, and if you've got some extra time throughout the weekends or throughout the term, please work on it a bit, and then the assessments take place in week 6 and week 7. I'm not sure of the dates now, but it will be on the letter for you on Friday. Yeah, that's about it about assessments for us. We try to not do it all on one day. Obviously now with the shorter sessions, it is super impossible. So it goes over a week. So we would maybe do maths and home language this week. So every day we do a bit of maths and a bit of language. And then next week we do life skills and Afrikaans in our case. It is therefore very important that your child not stay at home during assessment week. The policy from DBE and the policy of our school is that if your child is absent for an assessment, they need to give us a medical certificate on return so that we can catch up the assessment with them. In general, if your child is absent for 2 or more days, then you also need to give us a medical certificate, please. And if they are absent for less than that amount of days, then you can just pop me an email just so that I know what's going on, because the department, they want to know why was this and this and this child absent, and we have to be able to tell them John had tonsillitis and Peter whatever Peter did. So please let us know. Just a short email, just good morning, teacher. John is sick, he's got tonsillitis. Hopefully he'll be back at school soon. And that's perfectly fine for me. Talking about the emails, I do not give out my personal cell phone number. 2 main reasons. Number 1 is I need my personal time as well. Number 2 is I live on a farm with very bad reception, especially in winter time when it's stormy and when there's load shedding. And then I usually only get my messages tomorrow morning when I get back to school. So I don't want you to think that I don't want to reply. It's just plainly that reception's bad. So to get that all sorted out, I just don't give out my number. You are more than welcome to email me anytime. And as I said, I will reply within 24 hours, hopefully sooner than that. I'll try my best. Okay. Then please make sure that your children come to school neatly. No fancy accessories in the hair for the girls. Girls may only wear plain silver or gold studs, or those small little rings, not the big ones. Boys must please have their hair short, and it must be no more than 1 centimeter difference between the hair all over his head. And if we comb his fringe down, it mustn't go into the eyes. That's a given. The girls as well, if their fringe is too long, please put an Alice band or clips in. It is irritating for them when they sit like this and they try to write and their hair is in their eyes. So I would really appreciate that. We do have sports every day for this term. Due to COVID, we don't have matches and things, and we are only doing non-contact sport. So they can have they must please have their tackies at school every day. They can keep it in their bag, and then we just put it on when we go out to sports, and they just put it back because it is quite hot at the moment. So yeah, tackies please every day in their bag. If your child doesn't have tackies yet, please just put in their flip-flops. We don't want their feet to burn when we go onto the hot tar outside for sports. Absenteeism I've talked about, neatness I've talked about, communication. Right. Then one of the last things, we only have 3 hours with each group every day. Out of those 3 hours, half an hour go to sport, so we've got 2.5 hours left. Out of those 2.5 hours left, about 20 minutes go to cleaning up in the morning and coming into class and getting ourselves organized. That leaves us with 2 hours and 10 minutes. Can you guys hear me? Someone's saying they can't hear me. Can someone just send me a thumbs up to know that you guys are all hearing me, please? That'll be awesome. Okay, then, so that leaves us with 2 hours and 10 minutes in which we have to learn. We have to learn reading, we have to do maths, we have to do life skills, we have to do Afrikaans. And nowadays, we must also do a bit of isiXhosa. So yes, it's very little time. And we still have to get through the same amount of work, which makes it very difficult. Therefore, snack time is only 10 minutes at the longest. So please don't pack a big meal for your kid. They don't have time to eat it. It's just literally snack time. Take a sip, take a bite, and let's get going again. Also, please pack their juice and their cool drink and so on in a bottle that can close again, because they don't always have time to finish it, and then it has to go stand by the basin so they don't mess it, and then they forget it, and yeah, then it becomes a story for them as well. They get quite upset if they forget it there, and they come looking for it the next morning and they can't drink it anymore then. So that'll be awesome. Try to stick to healthy snacks, please. I do tell them that if they've got like maybe a chocolate chip cookie or whatever, They can eat it, but they have to eat the healthy food first. So please make sure that they've got healthy food. Usually when it's not COVID time, we have cake sales and market days and so on. If that happens, we will let you know in advance. At this stage, it's not really happening. There's going to be pancake sales some Fridays. I'm not sure which Fridays, but we will let you know in advance, and they can then bring money on those days. Unfortunately, we do not do tuck shop with them because the older children bully them and they push them and they shove them, and it's just not at this stage very safe for them. So we try to prevent that from happening. Right. Let's see what else. Oh, we don't have break times because we are only in class for so long, and by the time the first session goes home, it's first break time in a normal school day. And so the second session only comes after first break time in a normal school day. So there just is no time for break times. You have to please keep an eye on your child. Check if they start getting a bit depressed because they want to play with their friends. They want to socialize. They want to go play on the jungle gyms, but they just can't do all of that at the moment. We try to give them the opportunity to play and socialize within class, but it is so difficult. So keep an eye on your child's emotional well-being, especially through this time, please. It is very, very important. And then parents, that is all from my side at the moment. Just check quickly. Oh, please ensure that your children's clothes are marked with their name and their surname, and preferably their grade as well. Unfortunately, we do not have time to go and to walk with a child, to go and find lost and found, and to go and find their clothing or their items that got lost. So if their names are on, it's quite easy. Someone hands it in at reception, and reception just sends me a message and saying, Mrs. Le Roux, John's jacket is here at reception. Or sometimes they're very kind and they bring it to class. So that just makes it a lot easier. Unfortunately, if your child's name is not on their items or their clothing and it gets lost, my hands are tied. I can't do anything. Luckily for now, it's easy because we're always in class. It's easy to quickly say, okay, all 15 of you take out your jacket. Okay, wait, you don't have yours. Here's yours. But when we go back to normal school days, it does become a problem. So please keep an eye on that. Then just the last two things. One more admittance. Almost done. Right. As you know, the gates open 20 minutes before each session starts. Thank you very much to you all for bringing your children on time and collecting them on time. It really does make our life a bit easier because we still have to go back and sanitize the class when they go and so forth for the next group. So thank you to those who are always on time. Thank you to all you are always on time. If your child comes with transport, please, please, please ask your transport to drop them off not more than 20 minutes before their session starts, and to be ready and be there when the session ends to pick them up. And also, we struggle with this with the transports a lot. They double park. They just stop and your child has to run over the road and get in the car. And we as grade 1 educators don't let the children go out the gate unless there's someone to get them at the gate. We do not let them run over the road. So please just chat to your transport people about that. In our class, there's no one that does it, but if in future your child has to come with transport, just make sure they are aware of it. All right, parents, I want to really say thank you so much for these 2 weeks so far. It has been a breeze. The children has adapted so quickly and they are enjoying it so much. Keep up with what you're doing at home as well. Thank you for helping them and supporting them. And thank you for supporting me by helping them and supporting them. I look forward to our year together. And I know it's going to be a good one. And hopefully this pandemic is over soon so that we can actually get together and meet each other again. But until then, have a lovely evening. And thank you for trusting me with those little ones sitting in front of or in front of me every day in class. I really do appreciate it and I really do love them already. Awesome. Have a good night. Bye.